untie the strands of fate. It is decided.
I cannot get iron. Goodbye. Hard times these. What I'd give for a cartload of
fine
runs.
day to eat. A real hero.
Fine,
My
Arthur, thank
caravan.
Hello there, hero. Fancy meeting you in a place like this. You are the one who opened that fascinating portal in the Temple of Hatshepsut, are you not? Let me introduce myself. I am Marinos. I am an explorer of ancient places. I visited many a strange place in this ship of mine. Perhaps I can entice you to go on an adventure with me. You see, your reputation precedes you. And I believe my latest venture is bound to become perilous. I've come across old manuscripts that I have only partially translated. But I'm pretty sure the path to an old kingdom is described within them. A kingdom of unimagined technology and wonder. I'm talking about the fallen realm of Atlantis. One can only begin to imagine what secrets are hidden there. A prize well worth seeking. However, I'm in need of some assistance. You see, so far I've only been able to figure out that the key to deciphering the documents lies in another manuscript, the Journal of Heracles, functioning as sort of a cipher. I believe this text can be found in the city of Gadir, which is said to have been founded by the man himself, far away, west in the peninsula of Iberia. I would ask you to join me in exploring this city and, God's willing, being part of the rediscovery of Atlantis. Think of the fame and fortune that will be ours. I am not a fool. These manuscripts seem genuine. I got them from a trader in Sais, where the local temple had recently been giving away some of their inventory. Or so he said.
Hey, you there! We could use your help. We must light the beacon to tell merchant ships that the harbor is safe once again. Every time we start to light it, we are swarmed with undead. If you can lend a hand, say so. We could use your help. Wonderful. Take this strapping young lad. He will carry the torch and light the beacon if you can keep him safe. We have not had a merchant ship in the harbor in months, Not with that kraken in the waters. But the Colossus fell on it. We must tell the passing ships that all is safe. Please, take one of my men and protect him while he lights the beacon.
This door is locked.
If the beacon stays dark, we will have no trade. No trade means we will never rebuild the city. Take another of my workers, and this time, please see that it is done. We are but poor workers who have no skill in arms. We cannot fight these monsters, so we run or we die. Take another of my workers. Protect him long enough to light the beacon. caravan stores. An honor.
Please, please, come in. Come again.
The arcane arts are no more than remembering secrets that you once knew. To your nature be name your element. So long.
Please, we are but poor workers.
Store your goods or ship them out. A real hero, my caravan!
We are but poor workers. Please, we are but...
Untie the strands of fate. May destiny teach you greatness.
I cannot get iron. The price of bronze. You're lucky I've got anything for sale. What I'd give for a cartload of bronze.
A fine day to ease your burden. A real hero, my caravan! beacon shines for all to see. Now we will once again be a center of industry and commerce. I see a new golden age for the entire island, all because of one hero and a young man with a torch.
Crabs the size of boats have come up on the beach. One of them took off Dimitri's foot at the ankle, and now these layabouts sit here instead of hauling nets. We'd manage somehow, if it weren't for that huge one. Do you see it? I swear it is down there. What could make a normal crab grow to this hideous size? Magic must be involved somehow. It is fierce, and it has a multitude of crablings surrounding it. One snap of its claws could break my boat in half.
When the mother of all crabs surfaced, I ran up the beach. Her spawn crawled off her back and tried to eat Dimitri. We pulled him away in time, and all they got was his foot. I would not blame you if you went inland, but what would I do? What would my family do? I place my hope in you. The men say that this would not be happening if Poseidon were still watching over the seas.
The entire village will feast on crab legs in your honor. We don't have much, but take this with our thanks. The catch should be plentiful today, after so long without fishing. I only hope those Karkinosi did not feed on our fish.
Thank you. I only hope those crabs have not damaged our boats. The tide is going out, and so should we if we are expected to get the fishing done today. Farewell.
My sergeant sent me back to get reinforcements for our outpost. You are all I could find. Go on ahead, keeping to the left. You will hear the sounds of fighting soon enough. I will follow you.
Help! Please help!
My sergeant sent me back to get reinforcements for our outpost. You are all I could find. Go on ahead, keeping to the left. You will hear the sounds of fighting soon enough. I will follow you. My sergeant thinks he can last 2, maybe 3 more attacks. Help us!
Feel as though we have won? Think again. They come at night, mostly. Always from the same direction, from the waterfall. I think we can stop 1 more wave, maybe 2. But the men are worn down, and every attack brings another casualty. They are led by a massive Elder Antioch. We have seen him by the waterfall. If we are ever to restore the island to its former glory, we must hold. Hold, I say! Now that we have a great warrior with us, how can we fail? Their leader is a great brute. At first we thought he was an ogre, but other men swore it was some sort of minotaur. I have glimpsed him through the trees, and he seems to be a bit of both. When he walks, his minions tremble.
You return, but so will the monsters. Have you spoken to Sergeant Theseus? He has an idea on how to stop them.
Yes? Goodbye.
A fine day to ease your burden.
Hera smile on you.
The monsters scatter, and even their leaders cower before you. We will build the walls and patrol this section of the wood, now that we are not under constant attack. Is it true what they say, that the great Colossus fell? We heard the blast, and the earth shook. Strange. It frightened the monsters more than my men. Is it true what they say?
That the outpost is truly established, we can hold this section of the wood. Thank you. I am honored that you would want to keep talking to a lowly scout such as I. But do you not have more pressing matter? I am honored that you would want to keep...
My mistress, the Lady Medea, is beyond. I may not speak with intruders. I may not speak with... Well, I
You kill my sentinels, then ask for my aid? Typical hero. I should turn your blood to oil, but it amuses me to see you struggle. It was to Hades, land of the dead, that this apparition bade you go? Hades, where few of the living have ventured and even fewer have returned? No living mortal has seen the way there, but the ancient Grey Sisters have. If you bring me their single eye, I will set you on the path. Beware, hero. The Grey Sisters will not willingly part with their eye, for it is the only one they have, and they share it between them. Their rage is only exceeded by their power, and you shall soon feel both. Why do you dawdle? I will do nothing for you without the eye of the Grey Sisters.
The Grey Sisters will make a soup bowl of your skull. If you get past Dano, who is the dread of death, you will still have to face Pemfredo, the screams of terror, and Enyo, the waster of cities. They are daughters of Titans and sisters of Gorgon, the Grey Sisters.
It's gone. Gone! When the mistress finds out that I lost the sigil, she will poison me slowly and set my head on the wall as an example. The sigil of the first Apoctasis. I was out. The Formices took it. Within the protection of the grove, the sigil's powers are weakened. I thought, if only I stepped into the outlands for a moment. Now they have taken it. Medea will feed me to the Amarins. If she even found out I had removed the sigil from the grove, Medea would have me beaten. Please do not tell her.
I arrived here when I was only 16. Within a year, the monsters came. Medea is a powerful sorceress, but it was terrifying all the same. We could not leave the grove, and we lived in fear, night and day. Medea is good to us. Only, you've got to learn to stay out of her way. You have heard the old stories about Our Lady. She has no love of heroes, I can tell you. But since she has built her grove, she has grown wiser and sees the world from a greater distance.
I haven't learned very much yet, but we study many things here. Healing and poisons. We learn to command the plants and animals, and divination, and a few of the young women, shape-shifting and summoning. Medea's powers are very great. Not every girl is so talented, but we all learn what we can. I shall try very hard to master all forms of sorcery. I was so scared of Medea at first. The girls tell stories, and sometimes she has her moods. But I believe if you are good, she will be kind.
To tell the story of Our Lady Medea, mistress of poisons, gifted in divination, I call upon the goddess Hecate and Kore and the Nine. When first the hero Jason came to Colchis, seeking the golden fleece, then Our Lady, but a girl, first knew love. And it was she who gave him balm to protect him from the fire-breathing oxen, and she who showed him to set the men who grew from dragon's teeth, fighting amongst themselves, and she who set sleeping herbs before the dragon, who guarded the sought-after fleece. Then, with Jason she fled, and Jason she wed, but in the end, he proved untrue. He deserted her, and took as wife the Princess Glauke. He would rule the day. A gift she sent the bride, a dress both finely weaved and dazzling to the eyes, and inside, lined with poison. But Medea's revenge was not yet full, for she would leave the fickle Argonaut nothing that he loved alive. So weeping all the while, her eyes averted, she took each of her children by him, and each she killed to spite the man she'd loved.
How could I forget that poor woman? All she wanted was to cure her poor child. But Medea demanded the tome of the Lich Queen Calixenia, a task that would surely kill her. I nearly told her where, but you could do it. This is the Waking Stone. Take it and place it upon the Lich Queen's altar when you find it in the Saconian ruins. It will summon her. I warn you, she will not give her book willingly. The Saconian ruins lie within the Soronis swamp. The fastest way there is through the Empyrean caves. Calixenia was a great sorceress of the lost kingdom of Saconis. Alas, magic takes its toll on all who would use it, and she became a creature sustained by magic itself. Her recipes would prolong life, which is why my mistress would have them.
It's not easy here. Try trading goods with all these women who can turn you into a mouse.
All right. I think I have it now. I can make a potion that will give anyone remarkable powers. All I need is a bit of Saibi mushroom, some Estivis root, and the petal of a night blossom. Bring these to me, and I will share the potion with you. Estivis root can be found on the muddy banks near razor grass. Look for patches of grass, and in between the grass and the coast, you will find the Estivis. Saibi mushrooms grow close to the water, but rarely in it. You will know them by their unearthly glow. It is a simple matter to combine the 3 ingredients. A small amount of Estivis root, Saibi mushroom, and night blossom petal will make more than enough potion to fulfill my needs and give you a taste.
We have returned safely, and all because of you.
There once was a great city called Propontis, where now there is only a swamp. The Saconian kings ruled Propontis, and each hid a fortune in their palace. Legend says there may still be ancient treasure in one of the ruins, hidden by the mightiest Saconian king, Doris. Men go there to find it, but they rarely return, and never with the treasure. The Grey Ones thought they would be worshipped as gods, but they were treated as servants. They unleashed their terrible magics against Saconis and pulled the city down around themselves. They would rather rule ruins than serve civilization. Only one king, Doris, built a palace that was not only a tribute to his wealth, but to his mind. He had his fortune hidden in a secret room. Treasure hunters still seek the fabled treasure room, but most end up feeding the creatures who live in the swamp. I suppose it is just a story, but what a grand story it is. If you do find a Saconian treasure, you should take it back to Athens to display for anyone to come see. Think of the cultural enrichment these artifacts would bring to the masses.
You think it is easy living here with all these women? Oh, it is safe enough, long as you watch your step. And for bringing in fresh game, I am well rewarded. Got to watch myself in here, got to watch myself out there. A hunter is always wary. They say the most terrible things dwell among the old ruins in the swamp. but the game I hunt won't go near those ruins. So, neither will.
You have it! The sigil of the first Apoctasis. I will return it to its rightful place immediately. The Formicids cannot penetrate the magical auras of the grove. I am safe. Thank you. Thank you again. All will be well now that the sigil is back in the camp. Thank you again.
Always glad to help a traveler. All right.
Why do you dawdle? I will do nothing.
Now the people of Dematria may return to fish.
As soon as the road to Ixia is safe, I'm setting off to visit my Katina. She's been gone for almost a year, and I miss her every day.
A fine day to ease your burden. Your goods are safe with me. Store your goods or ship them off. Hera smile on
I
you.
see a merchant ship.
Farewell.
I will need the formula and all regions. Arcane formula are my
First chest is free. An honor!
If the item is kept, the relic will be destroyed. Thank you.
Story. A real hero.
Those who
My
master our arts
caravan.
must be fearless. Brian's strength. Oh, the blades are quite good. What I'd give for a cartload of bronze.
Your inventory is full. Your inventory is full. You can't hold any more.
Please. All right.
I cannot make the potion without all 3 of the items. I need a Cybe mushroom, some Estivis root, and the Night Blossom petal. Come back when you have all 3. Once more slowly. Cybe mushroom, some Estivis root, and the petal of a Night Blossom. That is 3 things. Not 1, not 2, 3 objects. Bring them.
This is no place for menfolk, but I get along.